Hey guys, welcome back to my Let's Design series of City Skylines. This is episode 3 in the series. In the first episode I made the founding town, which was just a small town on the sort of middle of the map near where I wanted the city to begin. And then in the second episode I did some of the countryside and also did another sort of little rural town in the area. And this episode I'd like to get started on the harbour, where I hope to have some freight ships and also some cruise liner ports. So let's get started. I picked this area because I liked the shape sort of going around the corner. I decided that's what I wanted the harbour to look like. I sort of did this ad hoc, didn't really have any plans in my head about what I wanted to do. Just sort of watched some people on YouTube before that have done similar things and thought I'll have a go. So I outlined the area that I wanted to put the harbour and started to fill it in with soil. Unfortunately I didn't account for the waves and made quite a big shockwave which ended up flooding one of the towns, so I was frantically putting down this wall trying to stop the water. And I don't know why, I didn't pause the game or anything, and I could have quite easily have done that. It wasn't until halfway through when it was all flooded that I thought I should pause it. But after I'd put down the terrain, I decided to put down the seawall, and this can glitch out a little bit if you don't put it down in the correct way. So a few of the areas you'll see that I have to take the seawall away and then put it back again. But yeah, I tidied up around the edges of the harbour and fully concreted it. Now I didn't really know what sort of shape I wanted, so I just sort of went with it, seen what came out. I just knew that I wanted the freight ships to be sort of on the side of the harbour. Might even tweak this again. Like I've said in my others, I'm never happy with what I do. Hopefully I'll like it enough and then tweak it in a future episode once there's maybe a bit more going on around it, a bit more of the city. So I put in this avenue, which is going to be the main avenue into the harbour area, and put a little roundabout on the end to access the countryside area that I made in the last episode. I want that avenue to be sort of the main road in the city, so I've sort of diverted some of the traffic through it now, but I've left some temporary roads in that obviously look quite ugly at the moment, but they will be being changed and hopefully they will sort of merge into the city, which will look quite nice. So I got rid of the trees and I'd fully concreted the harbour and then started to plop down the shipping areas. So I decided that I wanted to design the cruise line area first. I have been on a cruise from Southampton with Celebrity, which was absolutely amazing. I did that a couple of years ago. So I sort of have an idea of what a cruise sort of docking area looks like, and it's nothing special. To be honest, the Southampton one really had nothing near it, but the ones in the the ones in the other countries that we visited all had shops around it and things, and quite a lot of parking obviously. So that's what I've sort of tried to recreate in this area. I wanted to get quite a lot of parking up near the front, and then some shopping at the back, and some public transport obviously to get people in and out quite easily if they're visiting and don't actually live there. So I tried to find the most efficient way of getting as many car parks in as possible. I did have to do that a couple of times through trial and error, but eventually got there and was really happy with the way it worked. I mean, everything's a bit trial and error really on this game. You just sort of got to keep going until you find what sort of looks good. And as you can see, I didn't really like that sort of parking area, so I did it again in a different type. I tried to put down a little bit of greenery in this area just to help make it a little bit prettier. It's not really something that I saw when I cruised in Southampton, but that's more of like a working dock than a sort of tourist area. So there is like a IKEA and stuff around there, so that's something I'll try and think of doing a bit more around there later on, maybe in the next episode. But yeah, I just wanted to make it look a little bit more inviting and green, because I have sort of made this a bit of a concrete jungle area in the harbour. And in my workshop roundup video, which I will link in the description, I talk about this prop line tool mod, which I really like, but because I'm so used to placing the trees down, I keep forgetting to use it, which is really bad. But it makes your life so much easier, so I really suggest downloading that mod. It's the prop line tool mod. And I'm using some sort of like tropical type trees here. Although this isn't a tropical themed area, I just think that they sort of make you think of like the nice places you go on holiday and sort of get you excited for going away on holiday. So after doing the first area of car parking, I thought that would be enough, but I decided to do a second set of car parking. So as you can see, I'm just recreating the same thing as I've done first, just to make it look like a lot more people are planning on visiting, because you probably get a few cruises go out at the same time, and hopefully I want to future-proof it so that if my city does get quite large, it's got room to grow and I'm not having to delete things around it to make it look good. And then I just decided to change the roads to grassy roads, just so it looks a little bit more luxury and premium, I guess. I used these sandboxes as planting areas for trees in the police station and just recreated that in a few areas. I just thought it made it look a little bit nicer than just planting trees into concrete. And I also used the prop line tool mod to just place this fence down. So I placed some offices and some high density commercial areas, and I also plopped down the shopping mall just to get a few people going there, using the car parks, make it look a bit full. And also, if anyone has been on a cruise, they'll know that sometimes you just go off of the port and do a bit of shopping. So that's sort of what I wanted to do there. So I didn't really want to put down too much office and commercial area, because when you just started off and you don't have a lot of population, they just sort of die a lot, and I didn't want to be having to delete them all. And I do have a few mods installed that delete them automatically, but they just never really seem to work great, so I didn't want to put down too much where it would just always be having to be demolished. So I plopped down the metro, and I've only done 2 stops so far, just one from the cruise line going to the commercial area, just so that the visitors from the cruise line can go do some shopping. And I'll be plopping a few more in later episodes to make quite a large track, but I just wanted to do it to try and attract a few more people to start with. I also put down a bus depot and a few bus routes into the old town. I didn't like the look of the farmland on the town that I made last episode, in episode 2, so I decided to integrate it into the fields that I'd made. There are a few orange fields and most of the industry comes up as orange, so I thought they'd look okay in there. But I just wanted to get a little bit more industry in the area, but I didn't want it to look so rubbish, because I don't know, the props for the farming industry just do not really look very good. The props for the farming industry don't really look very good, so I was hoping that integrating them into a big orange field might help. So that's all I'm going to do for now on the cruise area. I've left a little bit of blank space for expansion in the future. But I also decided to put in another roundabout into the avenue a little bit further along, so that it was easier to get to the industrial area of the harbour. So hopefully that will sort of stop the traffic from building up on the second roundabout, and they can quite easily come off. I just sort of winged it here really and did what my gut said to do. So there wasn't any planning again on this area either. I just wanted the lines of the road to be straight in areas, and then the other lines in the road to curve away, just to add some interest into the area. But yeah, this is just me winging it. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you subscribe to the channel to see the next Let's Play on this series. I've also been doing other videos on other games, which I hope you're enjoying, a bit of variety on here. I post my videos every Saturday. That's the goal that I have, so I've been posting for the last 4 weeks on a Saturday, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please drop me a comment, like and subscribe, and yeah, any suggestions you've got for anything I should do, or any props or assets that you think I should download, I'd really appreciate your feedback. So yeah, let me know, and thank you very much guys, see you again.